Today I'm trying to create jewelry with UV resin. Uh, Here is my resin from Just For You online. I had already tried it, but it wasn't very successful. So I take this tape, which is made for this type of work and usually comes with the pendants or whatever you buy for UV jewelry. I think I'd better take off my gloves. But no, I cut a strip that I will hold together with masking tape on the sides. It's a bit difficult. Well, and it stick to my gloves. I take a white masking tape, but this one doesn't stick very well. You see, on the other hand, it sticks well to the gloves. So let's go. I'll take them off. Better. It doesn't stick to my sheet. I'll take this blue tape, which is much better. Just so that my scotch tape doesn't move all over the place and that it stays flat to avoid marks on the resin. Okay, that's it. I think it's good. I add a little bit more on at the top so that everything is well stuck. I put a sheet of baking paper underneath, and it's not the best idea I have had. So I have these pendants I found on Amazon. They come in different shapes, and I'm going to choose 4 different ones. I have to make sure it sticks to the tape so the resin doesn't run all over the place. Okay, I'm taking off the sheet that's moving around, and I press firmly everywhere to make sure they are well stuck. I first pour a little bit of resin into each shape, just enough to cover the bottom. The nice thing about UV resin is that you don't have to worry about the time, since it only cures with the UV lamp or in the sunlight. And in my room, there is no sunlight. So I just pour a background to make my base. I have these super useful micro brushes for all kinds of things, and especially with this kind of stuff. I push the resin all over the place in a thin layer. You can find this brush on Amazon. They are micro dental brushes. It's really useful and it doesn't damage. Well, I'll speed up the video. Here is my base coat done. I take my UV lamp and I turn it on, except that if I don't plug it in, it's going to be difficult. What a distraction. Well, oh my gosh. Here it is. I launch it for a first minute and I'll see what it gives. The minute is over. Let's see if it hardens. I check with a little pick. It's a little bit tight. I'll do another minute. I think it's a little bit sticky again. Come on, one more minute. Well, this time it looks good to me. It's not sticky anymore. Now here is my little case with a bunch of little beads, many stuffs, and boxes used for nail art. I just have to choose. I will use this one. Beautiful green element. We open carefully to avoid spilling everything everywhere. I have somewhere a grid tweezers, but I can't find it. So I'll make do with my old tweezers. I choose my elements and I place them. I check that the small elements do not exceed the edges of the pendant. Otherwise, they would end up on the outside somehow. And I'm worried that my little beads is too high. I have smaller ones. I just have to get the box open. One turns and one releases the compartment which one wants because there are several sizes. Well, with the tweezers, it's not really easy. I pour directly on the pendants. It's faster. The layout and the small elements that we add is really totally subjective. And I'm moving on the second one. Don't worry, I'll speed up the video so you don't get bored. Well, my battery has stopped working. Fortunately, I have a second one charged. So I position my little elements as you can see on the picture. I don't know if I like it or not. We'll see later. The first attempts are always a bit random. I put another layer of UV resin just to fix the elements, uh, not until the top of the pendants. On my first try, which I will not show you, I put too much resin and the result was really ugly. I had a lot of trouble drying it. Now I'm trying to learn from this. I'm willing to show you my mistakes, but it's really not worth it. There's enough on this video already. I'll see if I like it when I'm done. I'm happy because it doesn't move too much. That's not bad. The small elements are very light. I put my little elements in the best way possible. I have also seen some people filling with a lot of stuffs, but for this test, I'm only satisfied with the minimum, if I may say so. Of course, you can do a first layer of element, dry, and then another one with other elements for a 3D effect. I'm not there yet. You have to try to fill in the edges and remove any bubbles. The microbrush is really useful for that. For your last layer of resin, you can color it. That's what I'll do later. I'll also try to do an interlayer another time to see. A little tip, always close the UV resin bottle and keep it away from the UV lamp. Even it comes in a black bottle, it's better to be careful. I make my final adjustments and put the resin back under the lamp for 3 minutes. Well, let's see if it's hard enough. Yes, it's good. So now to make my final layer, I'm going to mix a little bit of resin with alcohol ink. I will use Marabou inks. I choose this little cup to mix in, but I'm going to change this container because it's too rigid for pouring. It's not very practical. I take this one, but it's a little bit too big. I don't need much of it. I will change again. This one will be fine. It takes a very little ink just to give a bluish effect. I use the color Caribbean. It makes dream these names. I put the list of what I use in the description box below the video. I was a little bit stingy with the resin. I'm going to add some more, and I'm also adding a little ink. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. Afterwards, I found that it's a little bit too dark. So I add more resin and I mix carefully with my micro brush. I check that it is transparent. It's a beautiful blue, no? It looks like the sea in the tropics. I pour on this one where I put small blue elements. And this time I feel we push well on the edges and the corner, and I can see that it's a little too dark. For another one, I will use another color, aqua green, still with marabou inks. I speed up the video. Here I'll use white ignition dust from Just For You online and then drying for 4 minutes. Well, it's the moment of truth. It sticks well to the tape. It sticks really well. So well that the tape glue stays on the back of my pendants. After thinking about it, I think it's due to the fact that I put them back under the lamp several times. I should have removed them from the tape after the primer dried and laid them on my silicone mat. Too bad. Another lesson learned. little heart is cute. Yes, I like it. And the little rectangle is cute too. Anyway, it's much better than my very first attempt. I'm still bummed about having to rub them with alcohol to try to get that glue off. So I rubbed alcohol on this pendant for a while, but it took a long time before I got it just about right. I have to apply a layer of resin on this side too. Please leave me a comment. I took pictures uh, of it in daylight. So thank you for watching and see you soon.